Hello YouTube, this is MR1079 coming at you with another World of Warships Legends video, and today we're taking a look at HMS Indefatigable, a British battlecruiser that actually saw combat in the Battle of Jutland, one of the biggest battleship on battleship engagements with battlecruisers and other types of warships in the world. What also that many people in World War II wanted, like the Japanese Empire and the German Kriegsmarine, wanted to do as their predecessors, the Kaiserliche Marine, with these big gun battle engagements. So you can see a nice little World War I design with pretty much non-symmetry guns in the middle of the ship, but one forward and aft on the center line, and two east abroad, which requires cross-deck firing, which you can do, like they say, at certain angles. And not much history up until the Battle of Jutland is the biggest hurrah for the Indefatigable. And now, to me, it'll be funny if they ever do add the sister ships, which I believe are named New Zealand and Australia, but they are slightly tooled differently. And also, much like battle cruisers, like that of Tiger and the Renown and Repulse, this ship also has the torpedo tubes as well. And she is a nice looking ship. The other ship is Mulker, but at the time of this recording I do not have her, so we will see. Especially at the time, I don't know when this is coming out. It could be coming out far into the future after this update, might be coming towards the end or something like that. And this, I will say this now, I don't know which one to do yet for this ship, since it doesn't have the little speed consumable to have. Then speed is my armor for it to happen. So at the point in time, I'm using this commander. Might change it, who knows. Kind of like Queen Mary, how I have the same thing since she doesn't have that speed upgrade. But for now, we're doing this. Let me show you, this is what I have for her. Inspirations. Nothing for the upgrades at the moment in time because I have to see how she plays. See your torpedo tubes, your guns, and of course I had to give her the Battle of Jutland flag because I just had to. Here's stats. Just because now I'm just seeing that speed of her rotating of the turrets, I might just give her that. But we'll see. Ooh, 28 knots, which they did say these ships were designed for 25 knots, which would have put them on par with the Queen Elizabeth class. But it looks like they stay true to keeping that edge in battlecruiser speed. This is faster than the first generation of fast battleships. I will let you pause the video so you can read that whole little thing and see pretty much the little brief history there. And I will touch on a few things. Pretty much right there is pretty much the whole history. But I'll still talk because, why not? Pretty much after these ships were pretty much commissioned and built, like they went boom, 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 boom. All three of them were done right before World War II. I'll fire first high explosive, and then I'll switch to armor piercing. Let's see, does anyone else in our lineup have it? Nope. No Indefatigables, no Moltkers, no sister ship to the Kaiser. I don't know if I'll get that. That is a tier 3, but who knows, I might. And also, the video that I look up, of course, as always, is Track NFL to get my knowledge on these ships. Oh, aft torpedoes, too. So how much of a good arc do they have? Pretty good arc of fire. Yeah. I'll put a link to his video in the description because he is the one that I go to for all my knowledge. If I don't have if my book that I usually look up stuff to doesn't have anything, which of course it doesn't, that is a World War II naval book, not a World War One, so can't really look too much into ships that only served in the Great War, unless they survived, like Repulsive Renown.
Enemy cruiser detected.
And funny enough, I had a dream last night that this ship was slow as all can be until you put it up to full for some reason. Just weird. Like, I bought the ship before going to bed, and then it's like I have a weird dream of like she's slow off the gate and stuff, which to me is just weird. It's like, I don't know why. But she is the complete opposite of slow off the gate. She goes.
Taking the lead.
Can turn on a dime practically, which is good.
You destroyed an enemy cruiser.
One thing definitely I like about the Battlecruiser line is they can turn, no problem. Like, they got the speed advantage over the slower battleships, especially for the early on American battleships. They are comparable with their European counterparts in terms of speed. Still good. Like, this thing turns perfectly. 28 knots of speed, perfect. I believe for a 12-inch arm battlecruiser, it's like she's not lacking in firepower, which the 12-inch guns on the Italian battleships are pretty good themselves, especially when they bore them out. It'd be like 13.5s. I think these are 12.5s. Something along those lines, and it's still a good ship. If this is how Indefatigable is, I can't wait to see how Moltker compares to her. Nice hit on the New York. See how badly it hurts her. Not bad. Oh, and after built, she was, well, I guess I'll say that. Good. But yeah. She did go up against the Hungarian forces to where they did and shoot up some of those things. Chewing up their coastal artillery and all that, which then they later on Gallipoli happened, so there were doesn't want to come out expeditionary forces. There you go. Found out, I guess, just the shore batteries as well, which pretty much went in, came out, chewed them up, left. Then of course, the main stake of why she's here is she is a Jutland veteran. Granted,
General quarters.
she is the first casualty of Jutland, where she was fired upon by a couple of ships, that was the idea of the German line, I believe, since the British had more battleships, battle cruisers. It's like have 2 German ships to every one to shoot at every one, like, ship. Like, you see 1, 2 battleships or battle cruisers fire on that target at the same time to just try and disable it, sink it, whereas most battle cruisers did blow them up, which Indefatigable did. Front and aft turret blew up, so magazine detonations leading to the entire loss of the ship. I believe a couple, maybe 1,000 to a few hundred people survived the explosion. Her sister ships, I believe it was New Zealand that survived the Battle of Jutland. Australia, she had hit someone. I could have that completely backwards on which one got hit and the other one that survived, but either way, they both survived. One then was used in testing to be the sink, and the other one was scrapped due to the Washington Naval Treaty to keep up with compliance, even though technically you could say, even though yes, these ships could be given to the colonies and then they could have them as their coastal defense ships, but they didn't. They were scrapped, and that was the end. Which, even if I think like Australia and New Zealand had their named ships, it's like, what are these things going to do against the Japanese Empire? It's like you got the Congo class, which are better battle cruisers than these ones. Their armed was 14-inch guns versus the 12s and 13s that some of these had. So pretty much the Congos, then since they got later upgraded, for these guys would have to probably go to England to get fully modernized. So you lose the asset, and then even if you get it back, it's like, okay, the Japanese think they need to send in the squadron of the battleships, the Congos, or send in the Gatos, or just even like, hey, just send in the aircraft carriers, let's have a mini Pearl Harbor for these ships, and then they're gone. Like Repulse did. Repulse went out, was King George V, or not, Duke of York, I think. No aircraft carriers to cover them. And it's like, boom, they're gone. Okay, there's 2 big military assets that are gone now. Actually, let me see, I forgot. Oh, someone does have one of the new ships. One of the Kaiser's sisters.
severely damaged.
So pretty much, yeah. I guess even if they were able to keep them, it's like, hey, these are for our defense against Japan, who is arming up. I don't think they would have fared much better than even the same, their contemporary World War I era battlecruiser without aircraft from the land and they stayed close to land, or even aircraft carriers.
Requesting support.
Yeah, so these ships stayed in the Pacific, they would be sunk. They would have been sunk either way, Washington Naval Treaty or not. The Japanese probably wouldn't have feared them, but they would have probably seen them as a hindrance. Kind of like how the Dutch East Indies wanted some the cruiser killers and all that. Pretty much they don't want a battleship, because that's just too much money, but they want something to where you have to send a battleship to sink it. And that would be pretty much what you would have to do with the battle cruiser. You would have to send a battleship to sink it, or at least a couple of heavy cruisers to sink her. Which I think the Japanese could do. They had a bunch of 8-inch armed cruisers. I think these things were only armored up to 8-inch cruisers, so they could do it. Plus the Japanese torpedoes just hit hard anyway, so I don't think Indefatigable sister ships would have even been able to.
Enemy aircraft carrier blown up.
There's that little... I'm gonna have to figure out how to say its name come the video if I get her. Albert. It's like König Albert, I think, is what the full name is, or Kaiser Albert. I know I'm probably screwing it up. To me, this would be a good little thing. Like, with all these older ships, it'd be fun to do an actual Battle of Jutland like I did a long time ago. It's like, now that we have actually more ships for Jutlands, like, we got more German ships, we got more British ships, it's like, that would be perfect almost now.
Problem solved, sir.
I will not be like the actual Indefatigable I will not let you sink me. Darn, torpedo, not with good range. We're gonna lose this battle anyways, but I'm going down in a blaze of glory.
Target penetrated.
Come on, torpedo, hit him. Hit him in the butt. Nope. Missed. Damn. Darn, he's too far within. He's too close range for me to launch a torpedo. I do have the speed advantage over him.
Problem solved, sir.
Darn, he didn't have enough room to detonate the charge. Yep, I'm definitely gonna have to get these turrets rotated and a little bit faster. I win!
Battleship foundered.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I hate that the Frenchman got me, but I'm happy that it wasn't the German, because then that would have been too close to home for Indefatigable. And darn, I actually thought we were gonna win. But 100,000 damage. Not bad. I'm definitely happy that I picked Indefatigable first now. So pretty much, I guess, if you have the choice between Indefatigable and Molker. Since I haven't played with Molker, my opinion is get Indefatigable first. Even if you're a German ship guy, get her. It's like this, she did this well, and I'm still unsure of which commander to keep her, either Fisher or keep him this one. It's like, nah, this one did good. The turret rotation, slow, so I'm gonna have to give it that upgrade. Because the traversing is fine, the torpedo is fine, the secondary guns, they're little, like, 6-inch guns, I think, so it's like they're nothing, they're good for destroyers. But, yeah, if you have the ability to get one or the other, I choose Indefatigable at this point in time. If you have the potentiality to get both, then get both. Like I said, I don't have her at this point in time, so I have somewhat of an unbiased opinion. The same goes for that one, the Albert. Even though, yes, I do have her sister ship, I don't have her, so don't know. Which, who knows? These ships will run you about $25. I think by the time I get the other one, I'll pretty much be able to have enough doubloons to get the other one. So you'll see all 3 videos, I believe. But yeah, let me know what you think. Which one do you like more out of the 2 tier 4s? And if you want, let me know how you feel about the tier 3 as well. I'd like to know. Do you think this is a good update if you're a naval historian, especially if you like battleships and you like the big battle of Jutland? Let me know. Which one were you more excited about? Which one do you think, like, hey, if they do this again, which one do you think they should add in the future? Like, which other, like, famous battlecruiser should they add and all that? We have practically, I believe, all the classes of battleships, battlecruisers for the British now. I think, I'm not 100% sure. I know we have for the battlecruisers, I know we have the Renown class. Now we have Indefatigable. We have the Tigers. And we have Queen Mary. The German's the same. All them. I don't want to bite my tongue off, so I'm not going to say that many of theirs, but yeah. Now this video is getting long. So, I guess I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And like I said, let me know in the comments which one of the battleship. I think they're both battle cruisers, but let me know which one is your favorite out of the two. Or which one did you get first, and then you just like me, like got an unchanged biased opinion. Let me know. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And one thing I haven't said in a while, it's come on people, we're almost at 400 subscribers. I know we can get there. We're like 20 something away. Come on, I know we can do it. Let's break the 400. Let's get to that milestone. All right. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.